Hey, welcome back. You guys ready to do this again? This one's only about 30 minutes long. And I think she did another one. I'll try to find that as well. I was only able to find these two. And this one is the one that continued from that last 2 hour one that we just saw. So if you're ready, without further ado, let's do that. All right. Here we go. Yeah, I don't want to get a copyright strike, so I'll let her play that on her own. That's the last thing I need now is another copyright strike. So, is she singing or is she talking? Mm-hmm. Thanks for hanging out with me on the last live.
I just wanted to let y'all know that I'm okay. My phone ran out of batteries.
Here we go.
My phone ran out of batteries. This is the Nasa 70 Harina coming at you live in the Rio Grande Valley. It is so hot, y'all. My earlier video turned out into being it ended with me addressing a lot of hate, and one of the men in my life that has literally been one of my biggest haters making an appearance on my page after I've told him to never contact me. He thinks it's real cute to harass. No, I'm not kidding.
By the way, I talked to Frank about that. He's got a that page is controlled by more than one person. It's I can't remember if he said four or five. And so for the record, it was not him, but it was probably one of the other people that controls the page. So uh I believe him. I mean, there's other pages on here that have more than one person that contribute to it, that work on it. So, and I don't think he has anything to hide. If that was him, he'd say, "Yeah, I was on there." I totally believe he would say that. I don't think he'd hide from it. So, uh, she thinks it's him. We'll just go with that. All right.
He don't like it when it happens to his wife, but he likes to do it to other people, just so that you know. And so, but it started off with reading you the article about the police officer who is the husband of one of the two educators. Out of the 21 people that died, there was two educators and 19 children and multiple more that were injured, but 19 that passed away, and two educators from Uvalde. Last week's deadliest mass shooting in a decade. So I just wanted y'all to know that I'm okay, because it just ended like abruptly, and I just want to know that it's okay. No, I'm not related to that person. No. Hello, Amarillo. I see you. I see you. Hello, Arizona. Hello, Georgia. I see
Liliana, no, that one, that's the one I just streamed. We just finished it 45 minutes
Love you
ago.
so much.
It's
Can
up
I
there
say
right
some
now.
comments before I started this? Just so you know. Earlier, when I said stay out of brown folk business, for real, I should have also said stay out of caring folks' business. For real, stay out of caring folks' business. This is not the page for you. This is not the page for you. Because I saw a couple of people, they just don't want you to see me. That's what it is. That's what it is. They just don't want you to see me. They don't want you to see this.
Yeah, we don't want you to see what? She doesn't want us to show her, but I'm streaming you, right? You know why I stream her? For those of you who don't know, There's a lot of you who are blocked and you can't watch any of her stuff. Even if you only wanted to watch and not necessarily troll her page, you just want to watch. And you can't. And I get many requests saying, please, because I can't watch her. We can't watch. A lot of us can't watch. And I get that a lot. So here it is for your information and for your entertainment. Enjoy the show.
Whether I have makeup, whether I don't have makeup, whether I'm in my scrubs or whether I'm dressed up, whether I have nails, whether I don't have nails, they just do not want me to exist. They don't want you to look at me. They don't want you to hear me. They don't want you to see me. And so they just don't want you to know of me. They don't want me to exist in any way. And if I am to exist, I am to exist silently and not visually. They do not want you. They do not want you to hear me or see me. And they certainly do not want you to think that I make sense. So for you ladies that are coming over here, because it's mostly ladies, quit it with your fake empathy. Honestly. They literally want me to stop talking about Uvalde because they've taken it upon themselves to veil their hate. They think they're going to shield themselves and disguise their hate for Vanessa Tijerina as fake empathy for the victims. Stop talking about it. Let the victims' families mourn. Yeah. Who are the inappropriate ones? Stop talking about something that should never, ever be something that people stop talking about.
Yeah, maybe don't talk about it while their funeral services are going on, burials are going on. Have you seen all the memorials out there? It's incredible. People are mourning right now, real bad, like as if it just happened yesterday. So take your little crusade, go away, at least let them bury their children and the two adult ladies, the teachers, before you start your little mess, your little marketing campaign for yourself. Ugh.
Stop talking about it. Because I don't like how you look when you talk about it. I don't like how people like it when you talk about it. That I'm never ever going to admit it.
What?
I don't like that you talk about it and I wish I could talk about it. I don't like that you're getting attention that I wish I could get. I don't like it. So stop it. And so I can't really tell you in any kind of way because I'm just going to sound like an envious, jealous hater. So, or a hating man, hating woman, or somebody that doesn't like me because of the color of my skin, right? Or, for any unreasonable, hateful reason. So instead, I'm going to say, for the sake of the families, stop talking about this tragedy.
Yeah, we're all brown people, and we hate you for the color of your skin.
Tragedy that literally the smartest people in America would want you to never stop talking about. Yes.
Awesome. Get your Block Party t-shirt.
Not even the family members of the victims. I had the hate page literally pretending they don't like that I am. I have ADHD and I have autism. When I care about something, I'm going to laser focus. How many of y'all have children with ADHD, children who are on the spectrum, or children who have both? And how many of you have seen your child or your loved one? Some of y'all are married to them, whether they're your husband or your wife or your child. How many of you have seen people like me? They laser focus on something that interests them or they really care about. That's me. 100 people could tell me, stop doing this. If I'm not hurting you, if I'm not hating, if I'm not doing anything unreasonable, inappropriate, you know what? Bothering your life, affecting your life, Bye. I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm gonna be just like that kid that we all know, who some of us have in our family. You know, the adults that we know that have ADHD are on the spectrum, and they're like, no, I'm gonna, this is what I like. This is what I'm gonna do. Like, this is how I like to do things. Like, this has nothing to do with you. Like, for real, nothing. That's how this situation is. Okay, you all do know that there's people that are literally creating narratives saying this uncle of an 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 aunt of a sister of a cousin of a person who died in the Uvalde shootings is saying that he hates Vanessa and he wants Vanessa to stop talking about Uvalde. Now, I'm not going, but first of all, even if it was true, there's 19 victims. You have no idea how many of their family members reached out to me, and I will never give them anybody their names. Ever.
Yeah, that's a freaking lie. How much you want to bet that's a lie? Look at that puss. Look at that face. How much more opportunistic can somebody get? I mean, she's the CNN of the RGV.
So that the police can go after them and be like, why are you calling Vanessa Tijerina and telling Vanessa Tijerina our town's business? Okay, Peyton Place. Y'all with a certain number of years know what Peyton's Place is. Okay, 2022 Peyton Place. No. So even if it was true that an uncle of 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 an aunt of a sister of a cousin of a mother of a victim said, I don't want you talking about this, I'm sorry. There are other victims that don't want me to stop. So I'm not going to stop. Leave. Bye. That's what I got.
If there's a family member of any of the victims, I mean, legit for real, and you want her to keep talking, get in touch. I'd like to talk to you. And I'm for real. I'm not. It's not a joke.
What I gotta say. That's what I gotta say. All right. Vanessa, any point of views of the victims? I'm never going to speak on behalf of the victims. If the victims ever want me to tell their point of view story, I will. Have some victims told me their point of view story?
You can't tell their point of view story. You weren't freaking there. You got nothing to say about it. You've got nothing to say about it. You can't compare what happened to them with whatever happened to you that night. They don't compare. One is meaningless, and one has very significant meaning. Quit comparing your little tragedy to this real hell that people are going through. Oh, my goodness.
I'm not ready to say that at this time because I feel like if I keep talking about it, I might give something away that I shouldn't. If somebody ever wants to, if nobody's listening to them and they want to be able to say whatever they want, they can always reach out to me and they can use my platform. The woman that just say that the woman that was arrested, that was literally arrested by federal agents and then local police convinced them not to. The mom that went in to save her two sons, I just posted her point of view. She's on, I believe it was CBS. It's down below this video, this live video. And she's giving you her account. I believe I shared the account of a young, the point of view, the POV of a one of the male students that survived. We're getting the point of view of people that are bits and pieces, mostly because it's hard to, I know, it's hard to give a play-by-play of your
You mean it's hard to give a play-by-play of something that you were not a witness to? All right, her page is going to go off again. I'm going to refresh it in a second. 10, 18.
You're giving this information, like the story that I opened up my last video with of Eva Mireles' husband. We didn't know. It took a whole week for us to find out. I mean, this is the beginning. It took a whole week for us to find out. And you know what? Maybe the universe or whatever, whoever, divine planning, maybe the universe wanted it to happen that way. Because you know what? Maybe that's how they wanted it to happen. Because the story of Eva Mireles' husband, who is a law enforcement officer, was not allowed to enter the school to save her. Somehow, some higher power did not allow that story in the first week of this. And you know what that did to America? That literally made a bunch of you now think about how y'all were criticizing the people that were complaining about how they weren't letting parents in, but they let Officer Alvarado in to be a hero. Well, he has training. Literally, this is an officer that works at the school that not only do we know he has training, he's literally one of us. But the universe held the story back. And because the universe held the story back, now that we know about it, is so much more profound. Because we had a whole week of people saying, it's because the officers had training. It's because the officer had training. It's because the officer had training. And now they don't have nothing to say because it literally, they held back an officer that now wasn't just an off-duty officer. Wasn't just a local police officer. He literally was a police officer and that school district. And now it's all crickets. Isn't it funny how the world will give you the information in the way that you didn't think you knew the information, but because, we don't know what's going on or who's really, in charge of anything here, right? A lot of us, we're spiritual, we're religious, that's all we know. We try to be the best people we can. And then things like this happen, and then you wonder, because I think deeply about things like this, and I was like, wow, this literally forced a lot of people to literally look like hypocrites now. Literally look like hypocrites. Everybody that was saying a certain kind of narrative, defending a certain kind of something, they all, with this new story today, look completely and utterly without scruples.
I object. Bullshit, Your Honor. Okay, thank you.
With no common sense, with no critical thinking. And they're going to be mad. And they're going to be mad. And their egos are going to be bruised. They're going to be bruised. Did we make them take the wrong side last week? No. Were they fighting with us? Yes. Do they feel a certain kind of way now? Yes. Well, they'll probably never understand. It's because of the way, you're lacking something.
Hey, no more Cheeskies live. What any idea what their take is on this? How they feel about all this?
The universe made you look silly while you were doing a silly thing that you were standing by. We didn't create this. But they have a way of turning it around on you. Literally, the people who are right for a week are suddenly the bad guys. No joke. No joke. No joke.
Can you imagine? Somebody said it in a comment just now. If she got into an accident, that if she got into an accident, we could all be called as witnesses. Think about that.
What? El Dios, what do you mean what? Yo, are you talking to some? If y'all are asking a question to somebody that's not me, then you need to reply to their actual comment. Because if you want me to answer literally your question that says what about what? I literally could say like, talk about like 6 different things in like the span of 3 minutes. What do you mean what? What about what? What about what? Oh, I don't think I want to see. No, I don't think I will see it though. I don't think I want to see any interviews with Officer Alvarado. For what? So that I can literally, so I can see him every video, literally sharpening his story, literally watching my videos and probably being like, I'm going to tell my story just a little bit more different next time so I won't look so inappropriate. Literally. Like it's not inappropriate enough to make a GoFundMe. Are you serious? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me that he would literally compete with the family of the deceased. Literally.
Yeah, you know, I want to try to find out if that's true. I did see that. And if he did do a GoFundMe for himself, I mean, he said it. I saw it. It said, yeah, I need to go on vacation or something like that. I mean, that bothers me, right? That's a legit issue. But it just sounds so, out there. Like it almost sounds fake. So I'll see if I can get that answer tomorrow. I hope that's not true.
Let me ask you something. This is the difference. Let me tell you another difference. Literally, Eva Mireles' husband is an officer whose wife died. Not even he made a GoFundMe. Literally lost his wife. Literally.
And she seems to love saying that so-and-so died, so-and-so lost theirs, this, so-and-so is gone type. She just doesn't know. It's irritating.
Not allowed to be a hero to his wife. Got a call from his wife.
It's like you want to rub it in. You want to pour salt on a wound that's still fresh. I mean, for a shitty attitude that you have, I mean, have you no shame at all? I mean, at all? Not a freaking ounce? To let people grieve? You think they care about you? You think they're thinking about you? Why the hell would anybody reach out to you? Oh, 19 kids died and 2 teachers. We better call Vanessa. Said no one ever. Why would somebody call you? Do they want you to come and run for mayor of Uvalde? No. Come for some medical help? You would have been there if you wanted to. You would have been there already. So why would somebody call you? Why would they call you? For what? I think their minds are busy somewhere else. And you make up no part of that equation.
Just the way Alvarado got a call from his wife. But Alvarado's there with a GoFundMe. And a man who literally lost his wife. And we don't know if Officer Alvarado contributed to that negligence. It doesn't matter if he was working there or not.
We should have done a literally counting. How many times she says literally?
Go at that shooter, and he siphoned those resources and pivoted them away from their.
Objection, Your Honor. Bullshit. Sustained. Thank you. That's a lie. He did not pull resources and tie up officers on anything. She's lying.
Objective to follow through with his objective, which was to save his wife and child. Literally sacrificing Officer Reese's wife. You're not going to move me from that. You're not going to move me from that. Vanessa, why are you putting them against each other? Because they are two contrasting stories, and they are injustices to one and privilege to the other at the sacrifice of a life of one of them. That's why. And if you cannot make the contrast, then I'll make it for you. Okay. All right, what? Thank you so much. It was straight up selfishness. Straight up. So I can.
There are people who are agreeing with her on a lie. By the way, screenshot moment if you want. Here, I'll give you a few seconds. There are people agreeing with her about something that she was not even there to witness, or something she doesn't even know about. And that tells you something about the followers or viewers, right? All right, screenshot. You get your screenshot? This is the one. And here we go.
I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. And you know what's so sad is the Department of Justice is probably going to complete its report without even, literally Alvarado is going to be all over the Today Show, all over the national news. And now one reporter in the nation is like, you did what though? Who had your back? Surely you brought these officers from outside, right? Surely that's what you did, right? You did not. You did not take the officers that were supposed to be saving Eva Mireles, Linda Garcia, and all the children in the classroom. You didn't use those officers to go save your wife and child, right? Not one reporter in America, girl. Not one reporter. No one reporter. Not Dayline, not 2020, not nobody in the nation, nobody in the 50 states is asking that. No one. No one. And it's sad because it probably led to a lot of lives that could have been saved. Children that may have not been shot. Teachers that may have not been shot. Children that may not have to live with injuries for the rest of their lives. No. But let's contribute to his GoFundMe. This is reality. I'm not kidding. I know it sounds like the stuff of novels. I get it. I get it. It does. It sounds like unbelievable. Like, no, this is not true. This cannot be true. Yes, it is. It is. And people lost the most important people of their lives because of this. That hateful man that got on my post literally to tell y'all that tomorrow was the anniversary of one of the worst tragedies of my life that they created, the hateful people that didn't like this, what you're seeing, and didn't like this, what you're hearing. Seriously, for pure jealousy, pure envy, men and women. That same man, he literally did a video regarding the Uvalde shooting. Literally was like the other people, we should just stop talking about it, guys. And then he said this, there's only one person to blame is the shooter, not the law enforcement. We shouldn't be dividing people. Yeah, that's his mentality. Everything that I say, they're going to go against. And they're literally going to try to create a scenario that matches their narrative. Literally. They will go so far as what that hateful man that came to me to harass me on my live video.
We should have taken... maybe I'll watch it later again. We should have taken... even the other one. How many times has she said the word literally? How many times do you think she has said the word literally? In both of these lives combined. Hello, everybody. Everybody who's around, who's joining us tonight. Thank you so much, everyone. Peacocks, thank you so much for visiting. Everyone else who's been here since earlier, I appreciate you guys. And this is outrageous. You got to watch the last video. She was talking 3 miles a minute. and it was weird. It was Twilight Zone. Something was up. Who knows?
Did on his show yesterday. For real. There's only one person to blame here, not the shooter. That's what happens when you don't have critical thinking skills. No. I've done like 3 videos where I have told y'all the first person to blame will always be the shooter. Always. Always. But if there was measures put in place to save lives and people neglected or use those resources for their own selfish objective, then they are to blame. What are these people that think like that man gonna say when literally the Department of Justice lays blame where blame should be laid other than the shooter? Other than the shooter. There's gonna be shooters from this day on that we don't even know of. Some that we love, some that we hold, some that some of us have in their stomach, and we're gonna give birth to them, and we don't know that they're gonna grow up and they're gonna do this to a community. But people have been trained to deal with them when the time comes. And if those people should get those resources that are there to address that situation that their person caused, and they use it for their own objective instead of the objective for everybody's well-being, then they're at fault too, especially if precious time was lost, especially if lives were lost. Like, what? This sounds like so in my mind. Like, literally, I don't understand how anyone could argue with this logic. Because I don't see how anything I'm saying is
too small, right?
Inappropriate or over.
Hang on, I'll go back on that in a minute. Screenshot moment, that's a good one. So somebody donated $5, said anonymous, and they said, Jacob Alvarado, who in the hell do you think you are? I donated the minimum just so I can give these poor donors a look at who they're donating money to. What makes you so self-centered and feel that you're deserving of donations? You, sir, were not the only off-duty officer there. Anyway, he goes on. He kind of calls him out. I hope it's not a real GoFundMe page. It's a real page. The GoFundMe is real. I just hope it's not really his. You know what I mean? All right.
Understand how anyone could argue with this logic. Because I don't see how anything I'm saying is inappropriate or over dramatic or at all.
Okay, another screenshot moment. Just got lucky with that one. Do with them what you will. I'm not saying make anything. I'm just saying. So, yeah, Vanessa, what you don't understand is, granted, you might have some legit questions, but guess what? Now is not the time. Now is not the time. Just like if you had a death in your family and you wouldn't want all these nice folks coming to you and beating you down your door asking questions, you would be like, don't bother me now. This is a wake. I'm having a funeral, the services tonight and tomorrow. Don't come to my house or come to my services. You would do the same freaking thing. You would do the same freaking thing. How dare you? That's what you would say.
Oh, and that is why people can't change my mind, especially when I know what I'm saying is right. So no, it's not just the shooter. It is also the off-duty officer who went in there and took precious time and resources away from Officer Reese's wife's classroom, Eva Mireles' classroom. All those officers outside the 80 to 100, the 19 in there, and Officer Abelardo all contributed. All of them contributed. All of them contributed to those kids bleeding out and some of them getting shot and some people dying. They all contributed. All of it was contributory negligence.
I got it. Thank you.
All of it together. So no, it's not just the fault of the shooter. It's the fault of everybody there who in their own way, failed to act.
Your Honor, I object. Bullshit. Yeah. So she wants to blame the death of all those kids, not just on the shooter, but on everybody that was there. So the shooter doesn't take all the blame. We should share the blame and share those deaths with everyone else. Do you understand her logic here? In case you missed it, I'll go back.
Wife's classroom, Eva Mireles' classroom. All those officers outside the 80 to 100, the 19 in there, and Officer Abelardo all contributed. All of them contributed. All of them contributed to those kids bleeding out and some of them getting shot and some people dying. They all contributed. All of it was contributory negligence. All of it. All of it together. So no.
So that's slander. And if somebody's not going to call a lawyer and she's accusing people of death, of causing a death of someone, if that's not slander, I don't know what is.
Oh, it's not just the fault of the shooter. It's the fault of everybody there who in their own way, failed to act, utilized resources for their own selfish gain, did not make actions or decisions that were in the best interest of everybody, did not act at all. You allowed privilege to get in the way, allowed friendship to get in the way. All of that, all of those people are to blame. Man, you're not going to move me from that. I'm going to go. No sound. Cherry, raise up the volume on your phone because everybody else can hear me. Everybody else can hear me. I don't know.
It's been happening all day. Let me go back there. Hang on. Hold on.
All of that. What? Oh my goodness. This is. I'm gonna cut this off already, like for real, because I need to go. I'm going somewhere right now. Look. What, Sherry? What do you mean? Do I like not make myself clear? Do I? Because I literally.
Oh, it's annoying. 25-29. Guys, please don't start shit here at all. I appreciate it.
Like always say literally. No, literally for me, it's literally. And I have to point out, this is the reason I tell you this sounds like the stuff of movies, right? It sounds like nonfiction. It sounds like fiction, right? It sounds unreal. It sounds like made up. No, it's literal. It's literal. It's not figurative. It's literal. It's not fiction. It's literal. So when you hear me say literally, like, I'm not like the other people that misuse that word over and over. This is my life. This is my life. I literally told you, other than the shooter, everybody that was at fault. And this lady comes over here, Miss Shepherd, and literally says, after I say that, literally she says, so you're saying someone else is at fault? Wow. And guess what, y'all? It's folks like Miss Sharon, and I hate to make an example like this about you, Miss Sharon, but I have to. For real. Miss Shepherd. They can be on the jury one day judging you. Those kind of minds. They could be on a grand jury indicting you. Those kind of minds. If people think that only people with guns are dangerous, no. People with minds like that can get you indicted. People with minds like that can get you found guilty. Literally, when they tell you you have a right to be judged by a jury of your own peers, they got Miss Shepherds in them juries. Yeah. Oh, wow. This is crazy. Wow. Where's the GoFundMe for Jacob Alvarado? When I get home, can somebody give her a screenshot?
Look it up. Type in GoFundMe and then search Jacob.
Hi, Wisconsin. I see you. Okay. I'm gonna let you go. Yo, if you're new to this page and this is like one of the first videos you're watching, like, I'm gonna confuse you if you don't understand a mind like mine. You're serious, I'm being serious. I don't think in the way that you think. No matter how clearly I'm explaining, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not gonna admit that there's nothing wrong with me. I make no apologies for you not understanding me. None. Because I see how many people do understand me. So just by deduction, literally, by process of elimination of what could be the problems, it's not me. It's not these people understanding me. It's the 1 or 2 or 3 people that are like that. My goodness. All right, guys. Thank you. I gotta go because I need to use my maps. I see you, Bellflower, California. I see you. Bye.
Oh my goodness. Let's do some more comments here. She's something else. Is she alive right now somewhere? I can take a looky. No. This one was nope. She's out with Dan Sanchez somewhere. I'm not even interested in that. So yeah, there you go. Don't know what to say about it. I think she's no better than some of these news outlets out there that want to capitalize. What's that? What do they say? If it bleeds, it leads. And if there's tragedy, people want to talk about it. They don't care. They don't want to wait. They're not going to wait. And investigations are still going on, as they may be independent, especially since the school district said they are no longer cooperating with the investigation. They're just doing their own investigation, and there will be separate investigations. But she acts like she knows everything. She acts like she was there, and it's so weird. And the only thing I could think of, I mean, if you ever need somebody to capitalize by getting popularity for your show or for your live or whatever, stuff that she would accuse everyone else of doing is what she's doing. It's unreal. I mean, if you got any ounce of decency in you. Well, I got a video that I want to look up here. Somebody posted a comment that we should play for everyone. Can you send me that link about the uncle, what he said? Can you send that to my inbox instead of, I can't copy it from here. When you have no decency at all, I mean, who in the middle of something like this? I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine being involved with something like this where 19 children, 2 teachers, I mean, a massacre. And then you're going to have somebody on a soapbox grandstanding about they know what happened, and they're telling law enforcement what they should have done and how they should have done it. And only somebody that's, the lights are on, but nobody's home, not playing with a full deck of cards, So it's sad. It's very sad. And if you have any ounce of decency, you would wait, let the week pass. Next week, start making your noise, whatever. But let these people grieve in peace, man. Leave them alone. Telling lies that they reached out to you. Why? Who in their right mind? And if somebody did, for some reason, I'm interested to know why. What do you think she's going to do for you? When all she's really doing is pissing a lot of people off. That's what she's doing. That's what she's doing. But I'd be interested to know who called her. Oh, a lot of people called from Uvalde area. A lot of people. And people watch because they want to watch the train wreck. They want to watch the accident. They want to watch the sideshow. They're not watching because they agree with you. At least not the majority. And those that do agree with you and they're telling you and saying comments that they agree with you and stuff, I don't know how to, I don't know. Okay, so this is a message from an uncle of one of the victims. Hang on. I think I'll post this, then I'll just read it with you. All right. Let me take this banner off the screen. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my page, give my Facebook page a like, Manny Behind the Mic. Go to YouTube, give me a subscribe. I would really appreciate it. The likes and the hearts, I would love it on here. I appreciate that too as well. Check this out. A message for Vanessa Tijerina from the uncle of one of the Uvalde victims. Excuse some of the grammatical errors, as OP was very upset while composing this. OP is the initials of the uncle. Today, I dare to ask if anyone has contacted Ms. Tijerina regarding the tragic event. But I was told by someone close to everyone that the parents have been mourning and taking this very hard. Some folks said, who in their mind would waste time messaging someone they don't even know? Someone who doesn't even exist positively in the public eye. A few hours later, we were told someone from the RGV had contacted some families. Still, I did not want to approach the parents right now since there is no time to deal with nonsense coming from a crackhead who can't care for their child, let alone an abusive parent. Yes, I said, Ms. Tijerina, just stop already. We cannot believe you don't get tired and keep on going, feeding off our pain, our loss, for your Cash App gain. But maybe it's not that, perhaps it's because you can't. You can't handle the fact that you lost your kids, the fact that you know you won't ever get them back. It's not our fault you lost them. It's not our babies' fault. You couldn't manage to care for them. It's not the world's fault. You are alone, miserable, and depressed, that your family and community see you as a laughing circus, a clown, a childless crackhead who has to sleep on people's couches because you cannot manage to pay your bills or even have your home clean. Homeless people have their small tents looking way better than yours. Stop already. Stop. You've picked on too many people, harassed, threatened, and bullied, but guess what, Buttercup? You've selected the wrong person. And I don't back down to shit. I don't back down to worthless child abusers. People like you sicken me. People like you deserve one thing and one thing only: to spend the rest of your life alone remembering what you did to your kids, who you chose instead of your kids. If you want to file your report, let me know. Let me know to inbox me. All your contact is accepted. I'll gladly call the police and write my statement with everything I said about you. Yes, Miss Dianina, I insulted you. Called you a crackhead whore from the truck stop. Yes, I called you Miss Sloppy Joe. And if they ask why, well, because one, you insulted a hero. And two, you opened your big mouth and talked about our babies. Suppose you did contact people. Man, you are in for legal surprise. I challenge you, Miss Dr. Mayor or whatever you are, to a sit down with a drug screen and polygraph test. And you pass both with flying colors. I'll give you what you want more in this life. And no, it's not your children. I'll write a check for $10,000 and I'll publicly apologize live with you by my side. You have until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, May 31st, 2022. If you fail, I want an apology live addressing the families and the city of Uvalde. Plus, you won't ever be back on any social media platforms. Never, ever. If you don't respond, get ready, because your circus is shutting down Amber Heard, and you will see who you missed. Good night. I'll be expecting a response through social media, or better yet, here's my number. And he posted his number, but we've just, they've taken it off since. But it's still out there somewhere. And this was a message to her. And I believe she never responded to that, but that was that was scathing. And well, there's more in the comments. So, wait, there's more. Oh, yeah, somebody wrote that one. That's a good one, by the way. It's from a movie. These are the comments from that letter. This was her comeback. Dear Officer Alvarado family, kindly keep your hate off my page. Personal attacks, etc. I'm choosing to wait to speak on it, should it continue. If Officer Alvarado's family DMs y'all to change your mind about me, I'll keep you anonymous. But yes, it has begun with them. It says so much when they try. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys, if you don't follow No More Cheeseke's lives, you should. This stuff is out there. There's a whole lot of stuff on here. Neck slapping video, remember that? Yeah, that I still don't understand, but I saw it. In the comments of this post is a version of Officer. Alvarado, she didn't write it right, with the officers that abandoned victims in the classroom. That's also not correct. And here she goes on to continue her lies. According to the sicko from Rainville, we may dispose of. Yeah, she's saying that this is a fake letter, and it's not. And there's just a whole lot here. I'm not going to do it all right now, but that was a scathing letter. Scathing, vicious, and spot on. Yep, hold on a second. But wait, there's more. Okay, here we go. I'll read this with you. Let me read this with you. I'll share it here. Hang on. Alrighty. This post says, no more Cheesecake Lies. Give me a few weeks and I'll meet you in person. Miss Tijerina at your local police department to discuss what is fake and what is accurate. Once there, you can file charges for harassment, threats, or whatever you want. You can contact every media outlet and let them know how a federal agent was harassing you and talking badly about you. You can go live on every social media platform and place your phone in my face. I'll provide personal LP for my pickup. Damn, I'll even make it easier for you and everyone. I'll show my driver's license with the address of my home. Name what you want to show actual evidence that it's fabricated, and I'll show mine that it's not. Again, I'm risking it all to have you stop using our kids and those teachers for your addiction. Again, text me a date and time, and nope, I'm not asking for a few weeks to hide things or come up with excuses. I have not slept well, working and traveling back and forth to be with family. I've been sacrificing for my loved ones, something you never did and never will for your own. Yeah, and that kind of stuff keeps happening. Letters keep coming out like that. So if she wants to say she's received contact from them, that's the kind of contact she's received from them. You know, your contact is not wanted. Well, that's the kind of contact she's getting. So when she says don't contact me, we better listen to her. But when they tell her don't contact me, you think she cares? Even if kids are dead? Just freaking tragedy, just horrible hell that everyone is going through. Does she care? She doesn't care. She's just showing more that she doesn't care. It's all about her. Tomorrow's the court date of hers. Tomorrow's the day. And we'll try to get the info of what's going on, and I will let you know as soon as I hear something. But yeah, something can happen tomorrow. We'll see. Will she get handcuffed and taken away? It's a possibility. I don't think any more delays are going to happen. But then again, with her, who knows? Who knows? So I'll get with my sources early tomorrow and try to get that information as soon as it's possible. And I'll let you know what's happening. But that's tomorrow. And also, it's the anniversary. It is the anniversary, the 2-year anniversary of of that famous video. I think it's been posted enough times. I'm not going to play it here. And yeah, it's possible tomorrow's a magical day, a very magical day. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, I'm going to call it a night. I got to be up super early tomorrow. You ever give a cat a bath? Yeah, I'm taking my cat to get a bath. And I'm going to see if they let me video record it, because I've never seen that. I've seen it in clips on TikTok and YouTube, but I've never seen it done for real. I wonder if she's going to have a fit and scratch the crap out of everybody or what. And that's tomorrow morning. Anyway, thank you all for being here with me so much. More to come. I'm sure tomorrow more will come. And we will go live with that as well. And I'll post that stuff later in the day if I can't get to it as it happens. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Have a great night, everyone. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Y'all take care.